We are now in Jeddah International Airport in Saudi Arabia. Just concluded our first week in COP27. So right now we are waiting for the next flight back to our home country.
And while we are waiting, we thought about sharing with you some of our reflections.
The weather is quite balanced, we would say. Yeah, it's sometimes it's quite windy sometimes, and it has blue sky. But if you walk under the sun, it really will get very, very hot. So the expectation of COP, personally, I thought that COP27 is a lot of meetings or discussions, people being in the same room. COP27 is like a huge exhibition.
At the same time, we're also very thankful for the opportunity that was given to us. We were allowed to speak our thoughts through the side events, and there were a lot of sessions that we were able to learn more about the topics surrounding climate change.
Talking about the speaking experience in the press conference on November 7th, it's actually my very first experience to speak in such a setting. I have the script well prepared with the help from other delegates, and they helped me to organize the script and then also put into the language of this climate topic. It was a great learning experience to me, and also thanks to the Tzu Chis and the volunteers across the world for doing so much so that I have very solid talking points to share with our audience and also people from all over the world.
COP being a platform for engagement is something that young people really need. So the conference actually gave an opportunity for the youth to connect, to have new networks of young people doing different things for the climate. And we were also able to align our perspectives and to propose for policy changes. I think that's important. It's also good that we were able to widen our perspectives and learn more topics surrounding climate change. So we now have loss and damages, mitigation, adaptation, implementation, climate finance has been talked about a lot during the conference.
The first experience of Lineth and I was actually really finding hard time to find plant-based food. The grab-and-go stalls and all the other restaurants in the convention sector actually have very long queue, and they are priced extremely high. There weren't many options for vegan and vegetarian, so we were having breads from our hotel breakfast buffet for our lunch.
So from our COP experience, I think there were a lot of things that we can bring back to our home countries, to our youth groups in our communities. And one of those things would be to start introducing the topics to the youth and adopt the best practices that we were able to learn from the exhibition booths and the organizations that we were able to meet. There were some of the youth-led initiatives that were interesting and doable, and they were something that I hope we can also implement in our own countries.
We have met some interesting people with a lot of climate stories, like Misara from Egypt. She went to the seaside community and bring together the residents and ask them to clean up the beach, and then bring together the kids and give them a storytelling session to evoke their awareness of taking care of the environment. So I think this is something that we can actually bring back to also raise the awareness of the kids in our own community. And because we have heard that there's a lack of humanity element in across all these dialogues, negotiations, and I think Tzu Chi's strength is actually bringing in the humanity element, and that's actually what we can add value to. Thank you for following us through our COP27 journey. This is Huan Xun.
This is Lineth.
Goodbye.